From an outsider's perspective, if you listen to an Afrobeat, you feel like we're having a good time. You feel like these guys are ballers. And our artists are very reluctant to make music that capture the socio-economic realities. The biggest artists need to make songs like inspirational songs. They need to make songs about how people are suffering, songs that reflects the time. Hey, what's up, guys? Good to be back. So it's still early days in 2025, and from what we're seeing, it looks like the biggest song so far. It's Fido's Joy Is Coming and Lawrence Oyo's Favor, the gospel song. So I mean, if there's a common denominator between these songs, aside the fact that they have very catchy melodies, they have very simple lyrics that are easy to learn and easy to sing along to, and it's mid-tempo records. It's the fact that they share a message of hope. Both songs share a message of hope amidst the gloom that is Nigeria right now. Joy Is Coming, as the title suggests, essentially says, okay, there's a better tomorrow, hold on there, it's going to get better, joy is coming, Sakwa the choke, tipping economy is fucked up, but joy is coming. By Lawrence Oyo's Favor talks about just divine favor, finding blessing is going to find you, mercy is going to find you, just the message of hope from a religious perspective. And both songs are have done well there. Favor is the most streamed song on Spotify in Nigeria so far. So when we consider that, we're going to think about, is 2025 going to be the year where we see a return of inspirational music in Nigeria? If we consider the last, let's say, 4 to 5 years, maybe we'll even go back to 6, say from 2019, there's been a gross reduction in the number of inspirational songs, especially in terms of hit songs. We've hardly seen a song of hope or message, an inspirational song blow up. It's just really bedu, and I think that's due to the commercial success of Nigerian music, and because artists just stopped making that type of music. Gone are the days where even when an artist drop an album, there's always a song dedicated to the struggle, the strive, the struggle, the economic realities, and the socio-economic realities of Nigeria, the hardship. There's always a song dedicated to that particular topic, no matter how big you are. And artists scored 8 songs from this subject, from Wandeko to Tubaba to MI, Sansultan. So there's always been that song that documents the Nigerian reality at every given era of Nigerian music, and as the Nigerian society evolved in terms of even how the economy became harder and everything. But today, there's hardly a song that reflects the time, and we look at the current socio-economic reality of Nigeria, and it's that there's a rocketing inflation rate. Nigerians are poorer than ever before. People are struggling, but the song, if you hear our music, it doesn't give any insight into what's going on. From an outsider's perspective, if you listen to an Afrobeat and say you are Caucasian, you're an American, or you're a Canadian, or you're from just anywhere outside Nigeria, you feel like we're having a good time. You feel like these guys are ballers, these guys are enjoying. It's always one we do after the other. So there's no song that actually reflects how the country socio-economic reality is in a dire state. And that's what I think was a Bounty Hunter, the Bounty Killer. I think it was Buju Banton. Buju Banton, the Jamaican superstar, was talking about how Nigerian music don't reflect the time, and he was drawing the parallel between Fela Kuti's Afrobeat and reggae music and how they reflected the socio-economic realities of the different times. I mean, we get the Nigerian mainstream music is quite different. It's pop, it's paperweight in theme, and it's try to offer a good time, an outlet, and an escape at the same time. It's an escape away from the wahala, the struggle, and everything. But it's also very important that artists reflect the time, that artists make music that captures the socio-economic realities of Nigeria. And at the same time, I think we can make an argument that why some of our songs are not sticking, why there's low staying power, these songs are having shorter shelf-life, is because the song just does not resonate with the Nigerian reality right now. You understand? Like, you are people suffering, and they're getting songs that doesn't capture that reality. I mean, the songs do work too because it offers them a good time. I mean, if you're going through, if Sakwa is choking and you're obli, you just want to ball, you just want to enjoy, and you don't forget your worries, which is what Afrobeat focuses on. But when you see a song like Joy Is Coming becomes very, very successful, it begins to make you wonder that, okay, are we getting to that point where our artists understand that people need songs that captures their reality, and are they going to make that type of song? So it's difficult to say. It's a very tough prediction to make, because number one, Lawrence Oyo's Favor, the fact that it's the most streamed song on Spotify in Nigeria, and we're just February, it reflects the fact that a lot of big artists are yet to drop music. It's always a slow year. Music doesn't really pick up until the ending of February, mid-February, and the biggest artists usually just keep their, you just watch the space, try to see, okay, what's going on, try to study the scene before they drop their music. So once they start dropping, once Rema drops and Ashake drop, Buju drops, Ruga, Charlie Poppy drops, everything will start shaping up. Ira drops, and people will start listening to the mainstream music. It's not the first time this is happening. I think in 2023, January 2023, Victor Thompson's Blessing was also the most streamed song. I think among the most streamed song in the first 3 months of the year. So that's what we're seeing again. Yeah. And also, for there to be like a re-engineering of the mainstream, of the soundscape in terms of the type of music we make, it's going to take more than just Fido's Joyce Coming, which is having a wonderful run, a commercial run, because I mean, from Awolowo to Joyce Coming, he's having a commercial run. And Lawrence Oyo's Favor, that's a gospel music, and it's just one of the early songs that are resonating this year. It's going to take like a wider collection of artists making that type of music. It's going to be like something that Ashake did in 2020. With his mainstream run, where he was dropping bangers after bangers after bangers with the Amapiano fusion, and you could just not ignore it. Everybody knew, okay, this is the sound, this is what consumers are fucking with, and we have to get on that wave. That's the type of re-engineering that needs to happen. It's not just going to be a one-off wouldn't cut it. And for that type of re-engineering to happen, for the industry to get to that type of redirection, the biggest artists need to make songs, like inspirational songs. Your Davido, your Burna Boy, your Ashake, your Buju, your Ira, your Charlie Poppy, your Odumodu Black. They need to make songs about how people are suffering, songs that reflects the time. When they do it, it becomes popular. It becomes like, okay, this is the mainstream mood right now, and others get in line. And alternatively, again, one new artist comes, make the first one, like say Fido now, he makes the first one, Joy is Coming, banger. He makes the second one that stays on that same type of theme, banger. The third one, banger, like Ashake did, and people feel like, okay, I think this is what the consumer craves, this is what they want. Then others start trying to, because in the pop scene, people tend to follow what's popular, follow the trend. So they follow the trend, and it kind of leads to an re-engineering. But are we going to see that? It's difficult to say, because we have to consider that those type of music are just no longer popular. They're just no longer popular, and our artists are very reluctant to make music that capture the socio-economic realities. One, I think, is because that is not their reality. That's the truth. Even the average Nigerian successful artist has never been this far drawn from the average Nigerian consumer. Like they barely live here. They come here for vacation. They're touring. They're living abroad. They have houses there. They're driving fancy cars. They're buying cars that are worth billions. Even your C-list artists they're making money that even some B-list artists 10 years ago never imagined they could make. So you can understand that like they are very withdrawn from the socio-economic realities. Before, like 8 years ago, the average Nigerian artist was not too withdrawn from the Nigerian realities, socio-economic realities. The way the average Nigerian is struggling is the way they're possibly struggling to market their music, to pay for studio sections and stuff like that. Today is different. These guys have studios in their house. They're flying private jets. So I think when that's your reality, when that's the social status you are in, I think it's difficult for you to now put yourself in the headspace where you want to talk about how people are struggling. It kind of feels unoriginal. And for the people who choose to do it, it's because it's central to their artistry. It is who they are, and they like to make music that carries such depth. People like Burna Boy, Files, Vector. And we have to ask ourselves, like, when was the last time a Burna Boy social conscious song was a hit among all his songs? When was the last time that particular song was a hit? I think the last hit we have that is social conscious, apart from Joy is Coming, which is it's not entirely social conscious, but it shares a message of hope, would be Lonely at the Top, which is also not social conscious, but it just like caters to the emotional need for to be vulnerable, the need to want to share the pain of how you are going through something and nobody understands you. And even that is from a superstar perspective. It's just essentially telling us that it is lonely at the top. So understand that going at the days when we have it like Nigeria Jaga Jaga, like for instance, like Made Them Talk, songs like that are just not going to bang this time, because consumers are not gravitating towards the song, and the biggest artists are not making that type of music. So we have to appreciate that fact as well. So would they do it? I don't know. Would Joy is Coming kind of like let them understand that maybe if you guys make music that captures this reality, consumers would gravitate towards it, possibly. But what I can say is that the fact that Nigerians are suffering is not lost on these musicians. They are not suffering, they're having a wonderful time, they're making a shit ton of money, but they understand the socio-economic realities. They are on social media, they know what's going on, they know that things are bad. I mean, they earn in dollars, and when they change their money to Naira when they're in Nigeria, they know how ridiculous it is when they're like the spending power they have when they convert their money. So they know what's going on. If they do choose to make that type of music, I like to think that Nigerians will be willing to embrace it the way they've embraced Fido's Joyce Coming, the way they've embraced Lawrence Oyo's Favor, and we just have to wait and see. But it's just a very difficult one to predict, and that's facts only.